Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I'm in my kitchen today because it is absolutely frigid outside and I need to get ready for my CSA. It is CSA Friday. So CSA basically stands for Community Supported Agriculture. I did an entire video dedicated on what a CSA is and how mine works and some changes that I was making from last year to this year's. You can think of it like a Flower Friends Club. So I have members who pay X amount of dollars in exchange for X amount of bouquets. The way mine works is they pay $100 and in exchange they get 5 bouquets of their choosing. Now I have my season split up in half. I have first blooms, which are daffodils, tulips, maybe some peonies, and any of my early annuals that come to crop on the farm here. And then I have summer breeze. That'll be the sunflowers, the dahlias, those later fall crops, the lysianthus, stuff like that. Last year I did not split it in half. I had members throughout the entire season and things got a little bit complicated. So I decided to split my season in half. So today's offering are the replete daffodils. These are absolutely amazing. These flowers were harvested over the past week or so and they've been held in different conditions. This was actually harvested about a week ago and this has been held in my refrigerator. So you can see that I cut some of the replete, I pulled them and they're not even like open yet. They're just still in their bud stage. I have some that are opening up a little bit more and then I have the other daffodils that are still have plenty of life left in them. In fact, I have some that are not even open yet, like this and this. They're still a week in my refrigerator, a week this has been. So it's been fantastic. There's still a lot of life left in these girls. Okay, these, same thing. These have been about a week and they're just starting to open to their potential. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. Oh, I love them. And the replete, guys, the replete smells amazing. It's not super powerful, it's not overpowering, it's just a very light, delicious scent. Now, what was interesting, I wanted to show you. So I had a low the other night of about 23 degrees, 24 I think it actually got down to, but it was gonna be very cold and I had daffodils, hundreds of daffodils that needed to be protected from that severe cold. It's kind of like a hit or miss. I did leave some out in the field to see if they would suffer any damage, but I needed to I didn't want to risk all of them, so I harvested the majority of them. I think I left 40 out in the field. So I have these right here. 2 evenings ago, I harvested. They all looked like this when I cut them, all of them. But because I knew I had my CSA today, and I was gonna need some flowers, and I like to have them a little bit more open when I deliver the bouquets. You're gonna come over here, Moon? My cat wants to be part. Anytime there's flower on the counter, and you have to be careful because some flowers are toxic to pets. So when I have my flowers inside, I make sure that I'm with my flowers. I never leave them here. Anyway, I have to watch her when I have flowers inside. I love you so much. Okay, she just loves anything from outside. Even if you go stick your hand in the dirt, come inside, she's on my hand for like 10 minutes. She loves it. So anyway, back to what I was explaining. So these were harvested at the exact same time. And because I wanted these to start opening up a little bit, and they're not all the way open yet, and some are actually still fairly tight, but not as tight as these. So what I did, I said, what if I bring down this bucket and put it in the grow room, my seedling room downstairs, which is about 72 degrees and it's actually between 75 and 80% humidity right now. And this is what happened. I didn't put these down there until 8 o'clock last night and it's 9:30 Friday morning. So in about 12 hours, I had these open up just by being in the grow room. So these I left out, not even in the refrigerator, these were in my garage overnight, which got down to about 44 degrees. Still super tight, and I'll leave these in the fridge because I'll save them for next week. But yeah, so my customers today, I have 15 members. So last night my remaining CSAs went on sale, and I have a total of 15 members for the first blooms and 15 members for the summer breeze. So I have so far six CSA members who have opted in for this week out of the 15. 5 I have yet to hear from because they're brand new. They just purchased the CSA last night. I just sent those emails off about an hour ago. But 6 out of the 10, actually no, 7. 7 out of my 10 CSA members have opted in for a bouquet this week. And in their bouquet, I am giving them 15 of these stems. So very excited. It should make for a delicious CSA bouquet. So these I'm gonna put back in the fridge, save them. I might pull out some others that are really tightly budded as well. This is not a replete daffodil. This is a new batch, I believe. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea. But this one, it's a little bit shorter than the others. I don't know what it is. It was in the patch next to it. I think it was in another mixed daffodil patch, but I'm excited to see it. So I'm going to start putting together these, and they're just straight bunches. This is the easiest CSA to do is straight bunches. You don't have all the different parts and moving pieces. I'm just going to pull 15 out, some a little bit more open than others so that they'll have the longest face life. These stems are super tall. But what I normally do is when I'm making a bouquet is I have some canning jars to make the bouquet in. Now when I deliver my bouquets, they're just with a rubber band. They don't have packaging around them. They don't have plastic or craft paper. They don't have a jar. They are simply hand-tied bouquets. When I say hand-tied, I mean hand rubber banded. And the rubber bands that I use are number 32 rubber bands. I do have a number 16 rubber band. I find that they break on me, especially when I'm trying to get them around larger stem. Like when 15 of these are together, it's a good like tennis ball size. So these are perfect in size 32. Who knew there were like 55 different sizes of rubber bands? This is Flower Power. So this has Crisol flower food in it. And this year's new, I'm giving some Crisol packets to my customers. I have a giant box downstairs of the Crisol food packets. I was able to get those. Sunflower Steve sent me some. He was able to get me some. So he sent me some of those. So I'm just putting just enough in here. Now daffodils, I've said this before in videos, but they have that sap that leaks out of the bottom, so you shouldn't put them with other flowers until they've had a couple of hours to rest in a flower food, or even if you just have water. You just have to keep them separate from any other flower because the toxins that ooze out of that sap will kill anything else that's in the jar with it. After a couple of hours, don't cut it again. Don't cut the daffodil again because that sap will ooze out again. So you cut it once, let it rest if you're mixing it with other flowers. If not, they won't kill each other. You could have all different kinds of daffodils in the same jar and the sap doesn't affect one another. So they're fine with other daffodils in the jar, just other flowers. Be careful and let them rest. So I'm gonna pick out 15 for this bouquet and I'm gonna do a combination of flowers that are mostly open and some that are closed so that they can enjoy them for the longest time in the vase. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa. For the longest, like that's only 5. Like it's a good size. Yeah, that's a good thick stem. Okay. 15. And number 32. Just plop it in the water and I can fit 2 of these in here. But when I make my deliveries, I'll use a bigger bucket. I just can't. Same time. I need more of these buckets. A lot of people will actually wear gloves when they work with this because they have an allergic reaction to the toxins. I fortunately do not. I do have a reaction to dill, the white dill. Oh, I snapped her. Oh, I can't fit her. Can't fit her. Ever since I said for the longest time, that song's been stuck in my head. One of my favorites, my uncle's, and we used to sing it when we were kids around campfires and stuff. Good times. Wow, these are fantastic. I'm not gonna put this one in because I think that's what I heard snap. It's got a droopy head. Oh, she'll stay with me. This one's yellow with a peach center. I love this one. It's new. Okay, so I ended up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enough for 10 bouquets, which is perfect because that's all I needed. Well, I do have more in the field that I could cut too. But my one CSA member just picked one up. She is headed out the door with that. So I have 10 total, including hers. Now I have, okay, so I have to take 5 of these with me, and then the rest are being picked up here at the farm. So I've had some people comment, how do I compete with the grocery stores that sell a couple of dozen for $2 or $3? They're not my competition. I know you might say, well, yeah, they are their competition. Well, we don't have any of those box stores around here, number one. Number two, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to just educate people on the importance of buying locally. These are literally grown right here in my front yard. I can't even say my backyard. They're my front yard blooms. They weren't shipped here or trucked in or anything like that. These are local specialty daffodils. I'm not gonna sell them for $2.50 a bunch. That's just not what this is. I have not had a problem selling my flowers at my prices. In fact, some people say that I undercharge, but I feel comfortable with where I am and what I'm charging my customers, and I think they're getting a value, and I think they think so too. I love these. I love them. Okay, so what's next? I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. Oh, we can make her a floater. Yes, let's make her a floater. My sister picked up all these little tiny things for me at a garage sale last year. She lives. She lives. Okay, so now I'm gonna go put these in the fridge until I'm ready to make deliveries, which I'm not ready to make deliveries because I still have people coming to pick up. I usually leave my house around noon on Fridays to make my Rome deliveries. Okay, the car is packed and ready to go, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things on the way out. So this is the stuff that's hardening off, and I wanted to show you the phlox. I had 1 layer of frost cloth over this, 1 layer. The phlox and the stock had no issues with 1 layer of frost cloth. Obviously, neither did the anemones or the ranunculus. And that's the stock right there. So 0 issues. There's another tray of stock. I'm gonna be getting these into the ground this weekend. I'm so excited. The phlox actually has buds all over it. So this is that tray of phlox, and I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see, but there are little buds forming on the top of every flower. And I'm hoping these will shoot up another foot before they actually make any flowers, but I will be putting these in the ground. This one's like 6 inches tall. It's a lot taller. They're clearly ready for the ground. I'm so excited. But I wanted to go check on the tulips quick. I haven't checked on the tulips in 2 days. It's not good with tulips, but they were bud tight last time I went over there, so if they color cracked, it would be just a little bit. So let's go check. No damage, no color cracking. I have 1 tulip in this front bed right here that is very, very vaguely turning pink on the lips of the tulip, and I'm not worried about that. That I don't have to harvest yet. It's super short too, so I hope I don't harvest it right now. But these are fantastic. Hopefully another week I'll have my first crop of tulips, fingers crossed. The first 500 here, they're looking real good. Those are the parrot varieties. So I fit 500 tulips in this space. From here to there, that's 500 tulips. These are all the parrot mix. And then right here, from here back, that's a 500 mix of lily flowering tulips. I've never grown the lily flowering tulips before. I'm really excited about those. And then the rest are just a crazy variety of all the different ones. I did a video about it before. I'll link it up above. But all right, I'm gonna get going on my CSA deliveries, and then when we get back, what else did I want to tell you? And when I get back, I have a lot of work in the seedling room to do. I know somebody's gonna ask about my sweet peas. I did not cover these on the 24-degree night, and they do not look dead. They don't look super thrilled, but they're definitely not dead. No, these plants are alive. They just got pushed over by the wind. Nope, they're fine. I gotta start to train these to climb, which basically just consists of coming over here and kind of roping it through. And I have more to plant as well. This one's doing well. See, I've got some that are climbing on their own, but gotta fix it. Hey, help her. You gotta hold him. Thank you. I think Axel would rather be reading his Guinness Book of World Record, but he's my flower holder today. So it's actually, well, we have, I think, 4 or 5 deliveries. I have to check my list again. People are emailing as we drive, so I brought extras just in case. So it's actually turning out to be a really nice day. It's in the 50s already, and sunglasses are on. I have my Cristal flower food packets. I always want to say crystal, but it's Cristal. So we are headed out, and I went to go get a sparkling water. We're all out. We have to stop and get some. Mommy's thirsty. Okay, let's go. I just stopped at the end of the driveway to get some mail, and I have something from a viewer, Betsy. It says fragile. What is it, Betsy? I'm just kidding. It says fragile. You wanna open it? No. Oh, Betsy sent me a picture of her ranunculus that she sprouted in egg carton. That's a great idea. Oh, she makes things out of clay. I hope it's okay. It's well packaged, Betsy. It wouldn't be your fault if it's not okay. Oh my God. It's my logo made out of clay. Oh my God, guys. Betsy, this is amazing. Oh my God, it made me cry. Oh, it's perfect. Exo, look at this. Betsy. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, look at the little daffodils. Okay, we just got back from Deliveries. We're gonna have a quick bite to eat, and then I'm gonna move some stuff outside from the seedling room to harden off. You can't even see me. I'm in the seedling room. Let me find some light. Okay, I found the light. Now I am going to be watering down here. I did a quick check this morning just to make sure nothing was like in desperate need before I left for Deliveries, but everything seems to be pretty happy. I'm gonna do a quick check again, make sure nothing is dry, and then I'm gonna move stuff upstairs. So right now I'm starting to harden off my snapdragons, my Lysianthus, the rest of my stock. I could even start to harden off my Rudbeckia because Rudbeckia can handle a little bit of cold. So I'm gonna be looking around, like this is stock right here. This is a tray of stock, another one because I can't stop stocking stock. I gotta keep stocking stock. This is a Cat's Mix. I know I have another iron cherry tray down here somewhere as well. Oh, I just want to show you all this stuff right now. I know it's not time, but things look quite different from the last time we did a little bit of a seedling room tour that was just a couple of weeks ago. Things look crazy different. I'm so excited to show you guys. You know, in a couple of weeks I'll do an early May seedling room tour and show you the difference. But right now I'll show you the difference between the snapdragons though, because I'm taking those outside. So the last time I showed you guys the snapdragons, they were little tiny roots just coming out of the soil blocks. That was just a couple of weeks ago. And now, remember, this is the tray that my mother forgot to do this entire row. Here are the snapdragons, and they are ready to get hardened off. And I haven't pinched any of these. I'm gonna do a half pinch because I want some early blooms, and then I'll pinch half of them to kind of extend. Oop, this one's getting a little dry, this little soil block right here. See how it's a little bit wanting? It's a little wanting for water. So I'll give this tray a quick water before I head out. But other than that, these look fantastic. I was really worried about them because the roots did not go into the soil the way that I wanted to. They kind of sat on top of the soil blocks. So I went and did a crazy thing. I was petrified that I was going to lose all of my snaps because none of the roots were going into the soil block. I had pushed together, pressurized the soil blocks too hard, whatever. I don't know what happened, but I ended up having to take a toothpick and push all of the roots down into the soil, which worked just fine. It was very time consuming, but at the time I didn't know it was going to work. So I panic started thousands of snapdragons. And I mean thousands of snapdragons. This is just one tray. One. There's so many more. I just took all the seeds that I had and I just went dump, dump, dump. And these are all gonna be great. They're all gonna be good. Look at this, guys. I have to separate all of those. Can you even see? Make it focus. Do you see these? I'm gonna be separating out all of these, and I'll do a video about it when I do it. It's gonna be probably this weekend, maybe. Hold on, there's one. Do you think I'll have enough snapdragons? I did this one in a strawberry container. Look how many snappies I have. I'm gonna have a field of snapdragons. There's probably gonna be a whole entire acre of snapdragons. Holy guacamole, at least I have the room. But wait, there's more. Another one. But wait, there's more. Here's the final one. Not a lot of germination on Royal Bride. I don't know if they only had a few seeds left of that, but yeah, these are all labeled. This is the Cherry Bronze. This is the Madame Butterfly Red, Madame Butterfly Pink, Legend Mix. Oh my gosh. There are so many in that spot. It's gonna take me a couple of days, I think, to separate these all out, and I'm gonna put them right into 72 plug trays, and it's gonna be okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm not gonna do like one, I'll do 2 or 3 in a 72 plug tray because they'll be fine. That's what I did last year when I've done this method before. So this isn't just like a crazy method. I've done this method and it's worked. This is similar to the channel sewing that I was trying to tell you about during my seedling tour. I said my friend Gina does a channel sewing method, and this is what it is. It's channels, but you know, it's an actual tray with channels, and you just put all of the seeds in here and then you prick them out after germination, and it's a method that a lot of people use. So I'm gonna order some channel trays and show you guys what that's all about. So this is it. Plus I have all those other trays that I saved of the soil of the snapdragons that didn't go into the soil. They're all fine. These two, this is Blushing Bride, or Royal Bride, sorry, Royal Bride, and this is the other Madame Butterfly Cherry Bronze. These are ready to go out. They're like 3-4 inches tall, and they're ready to be hardened off because they can go in the ground right now. So I'm gonna put these outside on the porch. It is gonna be, I think, Sunday night's low is 30, so I'll cover them then just because they won't be fully hardened off yet. So I'm gonna let them go for 4 or 5 days, and then next Tuesday, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm gonna be planting a lot of stuff in the ground because that's when our kind of weather takes a turn and breaks, and just really spring is here. Which will be about 3 weeks before my last frost date, which is kind of a perfect time. 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost date for snapdragons. You can do up to 6, but it really depends on your climate. I know my climate, and I know this is the safe time for me to plant. So I'm also bringing my Lisianthus outside. It's Fertilizer Friday, so I'm gonna give everything a quick hit of fertilizer, and then I'm gonna bring it all up on the porch. I'll give you guys a closer look though at my Lisianthus. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been updating there. But here is my best tray. It's been my best tray the entire time. You can see it's really getting some height to it. Ooh, they are so pretty. If you see me looking off to the side here, that's because I have a monitor so I can see what I'm showing you, because it's very difficult to guess what you can see and if it's in focus. So they're amazing, and they're the Echo Champagne, the ABC White, the Super Magic Green, ABC Yellow, and another champagne. Oh, they're all Super Magic Champagne, Echo Champagne, another row of Super Magic Champagne. So these are a lot of champagnes, yellows and whites, which champagne is what I was most excited about. So I'm thrilled that they're doing this well. The other trays don't look bad, they just don't look this good. So I put the tiny bit of fertilizer in here, and then I fill this with water, and then I use this to water. That's how I fertilize. You can also do a foliar spray. They will eat a foliar spray, which means you spray. Axel's running around upstairs. Which means that if you spray the leaves, they'll soak in the nutrients that way too. I'm just realizing what the fertilizer smells like. Okay. Have you ever been to an amusement park that has a dolphin or a killer whale or seals even? Just seals. Your local zoo. It smells like a chum bucket. A chum bucket. Isn't that what Plankton's restaurant was called in SpongeBob? Plankton. Not a good name. It smells like a chum bucket, which makes sense because it's fish emulsion, which means emulsified fish. The plants love it though. Maybe the plants would be visiting Plankton at the chum bucket. So disgusting. Honestly, I I try hard not to gag down here. It's difficult some days. Okay, I have everything that can be out here. They're all the hardy annuals, Lisianthus, the snapdragons, the stock, the ranunculus, and the anemones that I still have to get in the ground. Well, there's a lot. Ooh, like Lisianthus, there are 7 trays of Lisianthus here. Stock, ranunculus, the final trays of ranunculus and anemones. I gotta get them in the ground, otherwise they're not gonna make it. And then I have all phlox back there. I have a tray of phlox right here as well. Gosh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to plunge them into the ground, into the earth. They're fantabulous. Okay, and then one other thing I have to do today outside before I go inside. And honestly, guys, this is the craziest time of the year for me. I felt really dark. I feel like I'm better now. So this is the craziest time of the year for me because I have to be in multiple different areas at the same time, and I have to be on top of everything because one day without water for those seedlings in the basement, because they're getting quite large. You saw how big those phlox were. They have buds on them. They're getting large, so their water requirements are going up. So I have to be in the seedling room every day, making sure all of those are taken care of. I'm harvesting, I'm doing sales, I'm doing deliveries, and I also am starting seeds and also got bare roots to put in the ground. So there are a lot of demands right now on the flower farm because of the basement still being, you know, something. So maybe in a month from now, nothing will be in the basement, so I don't have to think I gotta go water those. Everything will all be outside and I can take care of everything like that. So now that I have all of these trays out here on the porch, I have freed up a ton of space on my grow racks, which is fantastic because guess what time it is? It's zinnia time. I've got so many different varieties of zinnias. I'm gonna start them. This is about a week earlier than I would normally start them, but I'm gonna do some a little early and then do the rest. Normally I start them around May 1st. So I'm going to give it a try and see if it makes a difference. And then I'll also do a later sowing of zinnias. I'll start some on like June 1st. I've heard from many people the zinnias prefer to be started later and then they bloom so quickly if you start them when it's really warm out. So we're gonna do a couple of different successions to see what happens here. So the last thing I have to do today before I start seeds is, and I have some tomatoes to take care of too. By the way, guys, the tomatoes that I saved the other day, Operation Save the Tomatoes, they look so good. I'll show you guys in the next video, I think. But right now I have to go uncover my ranunculus. And then I wanna tell you, I'm so excited. My flower friend Gina, if you've been with this channel for a long time, you know that Gina is a mentor of mine and she's a flower farmer about an hour from here, and we talk every single day, usually all day. Our phones are just back and forth. But anyway, she's finally on social media, so I'll tell you guys where you can find her. I don't have my sunglasses. What's wrong with me? So they seem fine. They seem fine. And actually there's the newer one that I started that one. Whoa. I'm gonna go onto the porch. I did not cover the second batch that I planted of ranunculus that was farther down that row, and it got down to 24 degrees and it's perfectly fine. It's happy as can be. So next time I maybe won't cover them because now I have evidence that they can withstand that. So at least once they've been in the ground for a couple of weeks. Whew. Okay, so Gina is upstate New York, about an hour away from me, 50 minutes, about 50 minutes if we're driving, you know, a little bit over the speed limit, but we don't do that. Anyway, Gina has started her own business and it's called Backyard Blooms, and I'm so excited for her. She is a phenomenal grower. She's been growing for 30 years. She did have a greenhouse business way back in the day. She said when her little girls were younger, well, they're adult children now, but when her girls were younger, she had a greenhouse and a nursery right on the property, and they sold perennials and hanging baskets and stuff like that. So now she has transitioned from that business to farming cut flowers, and she's been doing it for a few years now. We tend to say there's something in Gina's water because her flowers just grow for her and she doesn't do anything differently than I do. We just say there's something in Gina's water. She has a magical grow room. So I'm so excited. She's on Instagram. She has a Facebook page. It's Backyard Blooms New York, and I'm so excited for her. She's already got some local businesses that she is setting up stands at, and just a lot of potential. She's the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. A lot of the blooms that were on my porch sales last last year were from Gina. I purchased them from her when I wanted to supplement my own, and it was just the best thing that I could have ever done because her flowers and my flowers combined, they're pretty magic. You see the tripod reflection. So go check Gina out. Guys, I'm telling you, you think my tray of Lisianthus looks good? Hers are 5 inches tall, and she's got those pictures on her social media page. So give her a follow and give her a shout because she's amazing, and I cannot wait to see what she's growing this season. You think I'm growing a lot? I think the girl's got 30 varieties of Lisianthus and 25 varieties of snapdragons. Anyway, we always compare notes back and forth, and she's always leaps and bounds ahead of me. So her zone is a little bit warmer than me. She is a zone 5, I'm a zone 4, so she's a little bit, about a week ahead of me as far as frost dates, but anyway, we compare notes. We're basically in the same growing zone. She's a few days ahead of me. So anyway, go give Gina a follow, and you guys will know what I'm talking about when I say my flower friend Gina, my flower friend Gina. So anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you soon. You can think of it like a flower. I can't get far enough away. We've been trying to catch a rabbit and there's a bird stuck. I don't even know how to do this. Okay. Ready? It's okay. Shh. Go ahead. Oh, there it goes. She flew. For the last time. Fertilized time sounds like for the last time, which reminds me of for the longest time. Whoa, for the last time. It's goopy and it smells like poopy. Not lying. Oh.